And we are live. This is Greenline Girl 07 and with my co-host Wolf10media. Give us a howl, Wolfy.
Good to see you, Cloud.
That'd be creepier if your avatar was Sephiroth.
Or maybe it's Sephiroth in the guise of Zax in the Kingdom Hearts type of story. Remember that happened to Rico, right?
Oh yeah.
First game. Was that a spot on impression though? How
Yeah.
would you rate it?
Oh, we got Madanui here.
I know he's always ready for your streams.
He's always welcome to them too.
Same with mine. Then again, that goes for everybody.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we'll have Mapacelli and Papacelli pop in
Yeah.
later on.
Yeah. Now. Oh, and Big Al likes my post, so maybe he'll show up too. Or if not, he'll
Probably.
make the playback. Oh, by the way, if you want to follow along with the movie, I did include the link to several different versions of it. Now there is no free version. I will be honest with you there, but you can pick your favorite service of the four. I think that Voodoo and Amazon are actually the cheapest at about $3 or $2.99 to be precise, with YouTube and Google Play being $3.99. So just for a rental.
That's my wife in the background washing dishes. And if you hear any clicking and clacking, that's me coloring the professor and Sound Engraver's Jedi Masters.
Oh yeah, did you see that snake he killed?
Yes,
I couldn't tell what
that
kind it
thing.
was.
Sound Engraver was trying to look it up. Funny enough,
Hmm.
she was trying to figure out what species it was because he couldn't figure out what species it was. He kept mentioning gar snake. I was like, that ain't no gar snake, dude.
Hmm.
I've held a gar snake. They don't get that big.
I don't know.
They
Some
get
of the
big, but they don't get that big.
hmm.
Go ahead.
Oddly enough, YouTube has been recommending me snake videos for a while. It doesn't look. I don't want to say it's a copperhead. I know it's not a cobra.
No, if it was a copperhead, he would have to kill it.
Yeah, not just for I don't well like I don't I'm not sure if Sound and Grove was with him. Probably not, but uh, uh but just for his daughter's safety or his own safety.
Hmm.
And I don't think it was a black racer either. I mean, normally
No.
they have a white belly, and they can
Hmm.
get pretty big as well. Because I actually have seen some over at my house that are about 6, 7 feet long.
I'm
And
like, I'm like in the stream, right? And I tell him, I'm like, bruh, if it's a snake, I'll be fine. But I already know what other company you keep. So yeah, I'm not like if you invite me over to your house, I'm not coming. You keep wolf spiders in your house, man. And those things are close to tarantulas too. And I can't stand tarantulas, man. You know me and tarantulas. I can't stand them. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Prof. Don't invite me to your daughter's birthday. I'll send her a birthday present though.
okay, I guess that means I can't do a rewatch of Coraline with you then.
Oh no, spiders is fine. I just can't stand tarantulas.
Okay.
That's the thing.
Oh,
Tarantulas
Big
are the only
Al's
species
here.
I told you to show up.
Huh.
I'm
Okay,
just
but
saying, tarantulas are the only species I can't stand. Scorpions, I'm not scared of. I'll keep my distance, but I'm not scared of scorpions. It's just
but
tarantulas or any species of spider that looks like a tarantula that scares me.
okay, well. Um, well, I was going to say with black racers, there's most of the time if you leave them alone, they'll leave you alone. It's just
Mm-hmm.
they can get territorial, and there's also some king snakes. You have to be careful with them because they are very close to coral snakes and they are poisonous. I'm
Yeah.
not poisonous, venomous. I got to use the correct wording there. Because snakes themselves are not poisonous; they're venomous. There's a difference between
Mm-hmm.
venomous.
Yeah. Poisons mean you die instantly. Venom just eats its way into you, right? Did I get that right?
Yeah.
You can tell me I'm
Now,
wrong. I'm just saying, like I'm pretty sure if I got the terminology correctly, venomous just means that it eats you, eats through you until you die, and poisonous you just die instantly, just or at least in a matter of seconds, depending
I
on
think
what
it's
what what
more of how
poison you
it's
ingested.
treated. I mean, because poison. I mean, poison mostly comes from like a plant or even it's man-made or made. Whereas venomous, it's mostly made inside of an animal,
Mm-hmm.
often used for defense.
Right. That is correct. I should have been a zoologist because I was very interested in animal biology and animal behavior.
Oh yeah,
And no,
on a side note, we hopefully part two we get to see the Midgard's.
oh nice.
Yeah, nothing like a giant cobra that is probably that under normal circumstances would probably eat you alive to
Mm-hmm.
bring back your interest. Oh, did you see the Midgard's 15?
No. Actually, no. I didn't even get a chance to fight the big turtle thing when I
What?
when when I played it. I never got around. I couldn't find it.
You
I
didn't get
could not find. Yeah, I couldn't find. I couldn't. I didn't get the chance to fight the tortoise. That big
okay.
thing. I didn't even fight the. Well, I tried to fight the brontosaurus in 13, and of course, we all know how that turned. We all know what happens when you do try to fight those things. One hit kill unless you you get good.
Oh, and Big Al says red on black, friend of Jack. Red on yellow, kill a fellow.
Hmm.
Yeah. Now, unfortunately, I have also heard of some non-poisonous snakes. Um, you know, because well, or some that look non-poisonous. Um, well, actually being a hybrid of a poison snake and a non-poisonous, which is kind of scary. Which scary.
Big out. I don't care if a tarantula is not that harmful to humans. I don't want it in my house. Your home is nature. My house is my house. So long as you stay in the bushes or the trees somewhere, stay your butt right there. Don't come in my house. You are not invited. You are a right to life though, but you are not invited in my house. I'm sorry. No.
Oh, but on a side note, the black rat snakes, although they can
Mm,
be a bit aggressive, well, or not, I mean the black racers, they actually like, like, can kill and eat copperheads,
nice.
and also possums can eat copperheads.
Yep. So that so there's your your beginner's guide to the animal kingdom, ladies and gentlemen.
Or at least the snake edition.
Yeah, pretty much a snake edition.
Hmm.
Oh boy, isn't snakes are just wonderful?
Yeah, I mean they are beautiful creatures, but at the same time, you know, there's something you have to respect. I mean,
I
I
was
know
gonna
there's
say the
little snake
sorry.
handlers on YouTube. You
Mm-hmm.
know, some of them will say that they do not um that they will not touch, they will not handle venomous snakes anymore, more or will
Mm,
not, just because that's out of their comfort zone. Or some of them they've had bad experience. I know one of them. I think his name's Chris Sweet. He has several poisonous snakes, including some cobras, some very beautiful cobras. One of them, unfortunately, was burned to the point where it's been permanently scarred,
wow.
and you know, and he said he's been
Poor
bitten on
thing.
2 occasions. And okay, Big Al is going to get us straight on the
School
poison
us.
versus venom.
He's schooling us.
Yeah,
Thank you, Al.
yeah. Poison is a toxin that gets into the body via swallowing, inhaling, or absorption through the skin. Venom is specialized type of poison actively injected via a bite or sting.
And Mad Nui, they're only the same in the act of killing you. There is a difference on how they applied. So yeah, you may say that they're the same thing, but only on the function, which is to kill you.
Yeah, in a way, they're kind of like the yucca in kimono.
Hmm.
Technically, a yucca is a type of kimono. No, it's just normally for bathing and for like summer festivals. There's actually at least 12 different kinds. And that is your fashion lesson for today, people.
Well, it depends. Are you still pursuing a fashion career?
Well, I'm gonna be stuck. I'm probably gonna be stuck in the apparel for a little bit longer. So I guess in that yeah. Oh, oh, and Troy came by.
I told you.
Yes.
I
Okay.
told you.
So anything else you want to talk about before we start the movie?
I'm gonna say this: the biggest highlight in that stream was when I mentioned dolphins, and Sam Proctor still says, "What is your beef with dolphins, bruh? Don't believe what flippers show you. Dolphins are evil. Them things are terrors behind closed doors. I've se- like they kill things in a pack. Like and he said, "Oh, he's like I thought you were a snake. I thought you were a shark disguised as a wolf, and you had some bad issues with dolphins. Like, no, these dolphins, no, them they're malicious,
Oh yeah.
vicious. So
Speaking of dolphins, I'm hoping that at least we get to. Well, I know some people think we are going to get to Juno in part two of the remake whenever that comes out. And one of the characters that everyone's hoping to see is Mr. Dolphin.
they'll be up sharks. Yeah, but I still don't trust them. They're not allies. That doesn't make them allies, Maddie. And besides, sharks are put on this earth just to make sure the food chain's intact. They're apex predators, remember? All right. I'm ready when you are, Greenie.
Oh, and a bit of a other thing with dolphins. There is actually a legend that that they're pirates being punished because the sea god got mad at them for plundering. So they're technically supposed to be helping people in the water.
Is that the explanation as to why they would, you know, if you touch them a certain way?
I guess.
They do that too. Hey, King of the Hill was not lying about that one. You know what episode I'm talking about if you've seen that show.
It's been a while since I watched that.
It involved a dolphin. that was an eye opener for me. I thought dolphins were cute, cuddly, and fun to play with. No, they are not. They are serious business. I've seen dolphin tail too, guys. That thing smacked a little baby dolphin right in his face, like a big old like a big old hand that just took the head off. I'm like, oh my goodness, this movie just reminded me why I hate dolphins. Now orcas are cool. They're fine.
Yeah, but like anything in the thing, you have to be careful with them.
Yeah, they're still
Now,
lions of the sea.
now they actually go after sharks as well.
Say again.
Yeah, orcas can actually do go after sharks as well. There's actually been
Mm-hmm.
some documentation of them putting great whites into tonic and then eating them.
Yep. The more you know about the animal kingdom, everybody.
Okay.
Tune tune in next time. We do this all day at 4 o'clock Eastern time on my end.
Okay, so
That
everybody
will be
ready?
a stream. That will definitely be a stream idea for me for Wolf Commander Rambles. We'll talk about animals all day.
Hmm. Well, there
You're
is.
invited.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, and actually, I do have a YouTuber where I could recommend to you because he actually does do a lot of animal videos as well, and he does cover that like dinosaurs as well as has done a. I think he also done a series on speculative zoology.
Wouldn't be Benji Thomas, would it?
I think so. Yeah.
Because I'm following him and he's I followed him mainly to see his videos about walking with dinosaurs. The things that they got right and the things that they got wrong. Now that we scientists have done more extensive research on dinosaur fossils. Check him out.
Yeah,
He's actually pretty cool.
yeah, he's done some really cool videos. There's also been a couple that, due to the type of animal, have been demonetized by YouTube.
What?
Yeah, you, I forgot what the other animal is, but one of them is called the gooey duck.
The what duck?
The gooey duck.
Okay.
You're going to have to look at, you'll have to find out for yourself. And you might understand why YouTube decided it might not be appropriate.
I'm curious, but yeah, I'll look at that later since we're big on time.
Okay, so on my mark,
Let
3.
me get my controller turned on. All right, I'm ready.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, play.
All right. Turn it down a bit so
Please
you don't
be
hear it on
out.
my end.
No, please do not reproduce this movie for profit. And we got to tell you this in several languages.
So we're watching the complete version, which means this is gonna be for those who are watching it with the theatrical version, you might jump ahead of us because there's extra scenes in the complete version
Oh,
that goes on way longer than they need to.
okay. Those who love this world, a new friendly company therein. This reunion is for you.
We got Red 13 with his brood. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. Which version of this song do you like the most?
Hmm.
Do you like
Hold
the
on.
Crisis Core version?
I kind of do like Crisis Core better.
Say again.
I actually do like the Crisis Core version better.
Kind of has that orchestral theme to it, right?
Yeah. Wow.
So this was never in the theatrical version. This scene right here. If you're watching the complete version, are you watching the complete version?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So you you know what I'm talking about. Obviously, this scene with the villain and Rufus Shinra, who is
Yeah.
supposed to be dead by the game story.
Oh, and I goofed up and left it in Japanese.
I don't know if I'm watching in Japanese because I have the volume low. I pretty much know what the dialogue is, so
Oh, hold on. Give me a second. My Japanese is pretty
hey, you can stand to watch it subbed. I mean, you remember all the lines, right?
bad. Well,
Do you want me
yeah,
to stop?
yeah. Give me a second.
I'll stop it.
I'm gonna
Push
change the
pause.
audio. It won't take me.
I'm at 2 minutes and 50 seconds, just so you can catch up. Uh-oh.
Okay. Okay, I got it where Rufus and um.
Good.
Well, we don't know this guy yet.
So don't say his name yet.
Yeah.
I'll swing it back to 2 minutes, just so we can be on the same page. And come on, you can move faster than this. Oh, right. I just remembered.
Yeah,
Control.
I'm not really sure how I feel about Rufus' voice actor in this version.
I liked his voice. Oh, I just went back to the beginning of this scene. So I could be a few minutes behind you.
Yeah,
Are they getting out the elevator, by the way?
yeah.
On your Okay, so we're synced.
And for the record, that guy's name is not Riku.
No, he is not. This is before Kingdom Hearts, I think. Or at least yeah, I think this was before this came out before let me fact check this. I'm laughing at myself for saying that. Oh my goodness, they still doing this
Yeah, this
whole
is how we
eternal
know
stuff.
it's look. I mean, I'm sorry. Uh, He just looks so much better in this than he does in the remake.
Yeah, I agree. Final Fantasy Advent Children came out in 2005. What year did Kingdom Hearts come out? The original Kingdom Hearts, not Kingdom Hearts 3. Oh, I was wrong. Kingdom Hearts came out before Advent Children.
Hmm.
But you're right on the money by saying that's not Riku. Nomura, I see where you got your inspiration from. Dialogue was
Well,
different here too. Actually, they retooled the dialogue. Remember,
hmm
they said way more stuff this time around instead of the I'm just talking about the differences
yeah.
because I have both the Go ahead. Sorry.
Well, I was going to say that we did have two children characters. One of them we have not met yet, and the other one is Marlene. And when they'd done the complete version, they had to recast the characters.
Oh wow. No wonder she sounded different a bit. I noticed that. By the way, only one of them I'm happy to see, and you can guess who. Okay, that was a joke.
Yeah, yeah. You gotta love
But
this
I was
little
being serious.
explanation from from a child's perspective of the
Say again.
original story of what she's talking about right now.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Mine's is playing the Japanese. I can hear it now, even though it's low. I don't care. I watched them both dub and sub.
Yeah, there's the Nova.
Oh yeah. This is a nice render of the opening of the reactors firing
Yeah.
up.
Oh, and there's Sephiroth. Sorry, he just looks so sexy. My
You are
goodness.
ahead of me.
I'm sorry.
Hang on. What what's your
Hold up, uh, hold on, hold on. Wait, I don't think I can. I'm watching this on my PlayStation 4. I can't really give a timestamp. Sorry.
okay. So you say you were at Sephiroth.
And now I'm at where they talk about Aerith's death. Who they're
Are
not
you
going to
at
name
Holy
it.
yet?
But,
Is it where she has her hands together?
oh, give me a second.
Oh, this is clumsy.
Okay, now I was putting her in the water. What you
Okay, I'm
say?
at Holy. I'm at the comment. I'll
Oh,
pause if you when you see the comment at 651.
okay. I got the comment now.
Is it in full view?
Yeah.
Okay. It should be synced. We should be, or at least like 3 seconds behind, at least, or 5 seconds. I could deal with 5 seconds, not a minute behind. That's embarrassing.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be Age today because
Yeah.
Age tend to get on my nerves with that, or at least he was getting on my nerves when we did the Van Helsing,
Uh huh.
or was it Troy? I think Troy was kind of off too, and I was like, Troy, you too. I think both of them had that bad that Friday when we did the Van Helsing rewatch. I was like, first Age, now Troy. What the hey?
Yeah. This is definitely a different Midgar than what we see in the
The
remake.
remake, yeah. This is the more I like to call this more industrial Midgard, whereas I call remake Midgard realistic Midgard
Mm-hmm.
because they have so many realistic people there that especially Chia Pet. It's like this is Final Fantasy 15 all over again.
But
As much
this,
as
but this
go
is
ahead.
the 14.
I know. I'm saying no. I'm talking about in remake. Like
Oh,
I'm like I do not need to be reminded of the human designs in 15. Are we at Denzel right now?
yeah.
Okay, we should be synced now.
And no,
Yeah, when
he does look a little bit like Roxas. I will say that much. But he's not
yeah.
Roxas.
You know what? Now that you say that, he does look like Roxas
Bonus points for anyone who knows that reference.
or Venatus.
But
Ventus, I think.
Ventus,
Ventus.
yeah, it is very yeah. When you play Kingdom Hearts, be aware. Well, be aware that that when you start, you are in, you'll go over your head and more very quickly.
Mm-hmm. Kingdom Hearts is a Bible. That's what I call games that have like rich lore, very vast, rich lore. Bibles.
Yeah. Now, on somewhat unrelated note, a TV series used to where in order to keep everything on track, there would be a series Bible with your story planned out as well as your character models in
Mm-hmm.
different outfits or fits, and even they would even design how buildings are supposed to be.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean even something like Johnny Bravo, uh, the showrunner for that show, he actually made Butch Hartman redo a sequence because he got the layout of Johnny's house wrong,
Hmm. That's
which
one
is
thing
why.
I was struggling with. That I hope I don't struggle with when it comes to when I finally get my comic book off the ground. That I don't break continuity on how I design the homes of the characters, the
Um,
layouts. I mean, can easily mess that up.
ugh. And there's our hint that Cloud isn't well.
Yeah, he's caught the stigma. Okay, I'm gonna try to do my Kadash, Yazoo, and Laws impressions here.
Oh yeah, Nomura was the director.
Yep. Get used to me shouting Nomura,
Uh,
and now you
well,
guys know
don't
no
need
no.
to worry about him coming on one of my streams and writing Wolf10. I'll probably be able to read it if he does that.
Well, Nomura's Japanese. He'll be like Wolf 10.
Yeah, I don't even
He'll
know.
be
I
having.
don't even know what my
Go ahead.
username would translate to in Japanese.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be long, especially if you write it in kanji. Kadash, is mother there? Don't think so. Don't cry, Laws. Where's mother? We know you've hidden her, brother.
Oh, and a somewhat unrelated note: this Sunday is Mother's Day.
Thank you for the heads up.
Nope, you forgot.
No, it's not that I forgot. It's just that I can never keep track of what day's Mother Day usually is. But apparently, it seems to fall on a Sunday every year. Where's mother? We know you've hidden her, brother. So which Fremlet was your favorite?
What of those three? Um,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Because I know
I,
people were
there's
a
something
lot.
about Dodge that kind of, I don't know. It was just, you could tell he was the leader. Like he was thinking a bit more than the others.
Mm-hmm. Kind of
Whereas
like
one
King
of them,
Ghidorah from King of the Monsters.
yeah,
Only in this case, Laws is more. He's not as dim-witted as Kevin is in King of the Monsters. He's just more brawny. The most childish out of the three.
yeah.
Like that exchange between him and Yazoo. He's like, "Don't cry, Yazoo." But then when Kadash says not likely, and Laws starts crying, he's like, "Don't cry, Laws." It's like Yazoo is kind of like that middle child that's like quiet.
Yeah, I don't know. He kind of, in a way, reminds me of Azula from Avatar: Last Airbender.
Oh yeah, would be really freaky if Gray Delisle voiced him and he was a dude.
Mhm.
That would be freaky. I've seen where that kind of technique was effective, where it's a male character but it's voiced by a female, and I'm not talking about a child here either. I am the man.
It was inspired by Mr. T.
Of course. So he's going to talk like Mr. T. You make sure she's okay, all right, Spiky? What tell you fools?
Can we just appreciate how much
Maddie,
detail it is right here?
Maddie, you'll be pissing your pants and you know it. Don't tell me that would be just weird. I don't buy it. I'm pretty sure if you ran into the Hell Priest from John Clive Barker's Hellraiser, you'd be pissing your pants.
And here's Rude. How can
Yeah,
you tell?
Rude, looking good. What'd you say?
Yeah, I'm like, how could he tell? Because he's on the other side of the
Well,
door.
he is. Well, they are the only two in there. He's probably looking out the window too.
Oh, true.
I'm sure you'll be doing more than just vomiting, Maddie. It's an eldritch god.
Also, on a somewhat unrelated note, have you ever noticed what is it with bald guys in suits?
Because it makes them look manly.
Hmm. I wonder.
Besides, it makes it easier for designers to not animate hair or even draw hair.
Hmm.
So let's give them a cue ball. I'm about to leave that group. I don't even participate that much. Appreciate them inviting me though. If you hear the sound in the background, that was my Xbox One.
Okay. Um.
He's looking like Mary, Mother Mary. So, what do you think of Cloud's get up here?
I like it. I mean,
I was a Go ahead.
it's a really nice updated version of his original look. I mean, you gotta love the little wolf on his outfit now, and the
Hmm.
sleeve that covers up his illness. I mean, and I actually do like the pants.
Yeah, the pants is cool. I was gonna critique the sleeve, but then I remembered there's a story reason behind the sleeve. Now we get this was not also in in the theatrical, we actually get a point of view of what went down in that crater and what happened to Sung and Elena.
Yeah. Oh,
Who would have thought the Turks wear body cams?
yeah, they were ahead of the curve.
Of course. We still get a bit of the Cloud attitude from the original game, but he does have a bit of a different attitude in this story.
Yeah.
And of course, we all know why.
Hmm.
Oh, I noticed that his top shirt was blue. I thought it was black. Unless this was a design, a recoloring in the complete Cloud's top half.
Oh, yeah. I thought it. I thought it was blue too, or in dark navy.
No, when I had the original copy, it stood out as black to me. Even when I played Kingdom Hearts 2, when they gave him that look in Kingdom Hearts 2, I thought it was always I thought his whole get was all black. Now I'm looking at it, I was like, oh, it's blue now, or at least it was always blue. And I was colorblind temporarily.
I think it's.
Reno.
I think it's more along the lines of navy because there are. I actually do know quite a few people who mistake black for navy. Well, navy for black.
Hmm. I'm liking how this art is coming along at this moment. But regardless of what I do, I'm pretty sure Sound Engraver and the professor will like it either way.
Yeah.
It's been an art piece that's been in the making so far.
Now I will admit I'm not a big fan of part of Tifa's new outfit. This.
Oh, you're the first.
Well, I have no problem with the shorts. I don't like the shoes.
You don't like the boots?
I'm sorry. I just don't like them.
So everything is fine but the boots.
Yeah.
Okay. Now let me say this. Is the top way better than that sports bra she wears in the remake? Excuse me.
Uh,
No comment.
no comment. 'Cause, I have no problem with this top with this outfit, but I like her. But I actually don't have that much problem with it in the remake too. I mean,
Yeah, me neither.
although I'm definitely looking forward to more cutscenes with seeing more of the cowgirl outfit with on her.
Now I will say the sports bra is way more distracting than her other assets, but that's only because memory is being conflicted. Considering that my memory is stuck on the original's design, right? So yeah, they can forgive me
Oh,
for being distracted by the sports bra more so than the thing that everybody else has a problem with.
yeah, this is an interesting exchange between these two.
Yeah, that's this is a new scene too, but it adds more to their character. So I definitely would I definitely like this scenes edition. That is way too many earrings on his ear.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's a new addition because I could have sworn he only had two earrings.
Well, maybe. Well, maybe he went
At
back and
least
got
one.
more things. Uh
Yeah, boy. Getting Evil Dead vibes. Found you. This was not needed. I'm sorry. I did not care about Denzel that much.
oh.
Especially this scene where we get basically it just explains why he's with he's at seventh heaven because he was just in the original he was just a random kid that they were taking care of. But we don't I don't think we needed this. Like we can fill in the blanks ourselves. Like okay, so geostigma is a thing, and Tifa is willing to take in any child, or Cloud's willing to take in any child, or maybe Marlene met him all alone
Yeah,
and they took him in. Like
yeah.
we did not need this scene.
Get that original version of this movie, we didn't really see, and I think it was just supposed to link him and Cloud more, which kind
Hmm.
of gives us a sense that Cloud is looking for a cure, like because he's trying to take responsibility for Denzel or something like that.
Right.
Oh, and there's an old flip phone.
That's a blast from the past.
Yeah, and actually, this movie premiered this particular phone, which you
Yeah.
could get, which you could get the phone the mobile game Before Crisis on. Actually, I think that was an exclusive to that phone.
Give me a sec. I'm reading something on MeWe real quick. Sorry. Don't mean to conduct side business during a
Yeah.
rewatch.
Oh, wow. Cloud Call 7 having a lot.
Say again.
I was going to say, Cloud Call 7 having a lot.
Well, she
Uh,
is his main squeeze,
yeah.
and she is best girl. Of course, that's his. You know, they're friends. Of course, they're gonna call. They're gonna keep. He gonna keep contact with her.
You don't know who you are.
He sounds like he's on the verge of killing himself too. The dialogue that they riff for him when he talks. He's like, I don't
Yeah.
know, I can do this. I don't know if I can. I'm like, what, dude? Take a chill pill. I mean, suicide is a serious thing, but dang. Now I will say this: I do like the additional symptoms of geostigma.
Yeah.
They
Now, if
actually
you
made. Go ahead.
watched his animated movie On the Way to a Smile, you actually get to see part of a little more of his backstory. His dad was actually in Sector 7. He actually did work for Shinra during all
Hmm.
this, and his mom, they were supposed to go to a safe house. His mom actually ran back to find his dad when the plate fell.
Mm.
And then well, and then he eventually wandered around and met this old lady who took care of him. And then the calamity happened. She got she died shortly afterwards due to afterwards due to geostigma. And then
Right.
The group that helped him bury her, their leader became ill and died 3 days later. And from there, it's just a string of, you know, people either leaving him or dying until he meets Cloud. So Cloud kind of became a father figure to him.
Or a big brother. I like to think of them as a big brother, but then again, I'm a big brother, so that's how I tend to view people sometimes. Considering that I'm going to be 34 in a couple of weeks.
Wow.
That's it. Wow.
Now I'm starting to wish we'd watch this on Mother's Day.
They sure talk about their mother a lot, don't they?
Yeah, this is a big.
Very creepy. Oh no. See, I hate that. I hate when
Yeah,
people act like they have this act of kindness come in, then they just reject it once they stay home.
yeah. Kind of reminds me of the situation we've had for the over the past year.
Mm-hmm. So the moment they see something wrong with you, they back off. No, it's supposed to be the moment you see something wrong with somebody, you get help.
Oh, that poor
Everybody's
girl
on me, myself, and I.
carrying her little
They gave her,
brother.
yeah, they gave her a bit more personality too. That little girl, she was just there, and then suddenly she just approached Denzel, and you know the event that's gonna come up is because she brought him over there. But now it's like they gave more they gave more information as to how they interacted, why she's approaching him and taking him to us to Kadash.
Or that. Oh, and there's the proof that he lived past that gunshot in last order.
Mm. Oh, there's a scene from Crisis Core.
Man,
I don't think we needed that scene.
yeah, because it's like it didn't rip my heart out enough the first time I saw it.
Right. Now all you need is Y playing in the background. I played that song one time. I was like, oh my goodness. At first, like why is this song now bringing me to tears now that I'm older? Because at first it was just more of a song that I was jamming to, right?
Yeah,
But now it's like once I start hearing it, I was like, oh no. Now it's putting me through the feels somehow. You want to play? I guess
Nothing.
that's a no. Where's mother? I do like the way how his anatomy looks.
Yeah.
Very sculpted.
Uh, and of course, he's
Hey,
repelled by
where's
Paris
mother?
flower.
Of course, he doesn't like it for reasons we're going to get into later on. That's foreshadowing.
Yeah.
Fine.
It's something minor. I didn't really catch it the first time I watched the original movie.
Hmm.
And then later on, when I saw that, I was like, oh, that's why.
Hmm. Like I'm pretty sure he's been around flowers. He probably never paid too much attention to him. But like, oh, this is everybody's favorite part of the movie. Actually,
Oh, yeah.
like, dude, this was the deal maker when the trailer came out. Do you actually remember when the trailer came out? Everybody was like just on it like that. I was like when's it gonna come out? When's it gonna come out?
Yeah,
You
the
know how I
fight
got my
scenes in this movie are just so awesome.
hmm
I mean,
believe it or not, I got my copy of the original release from a game store of all places. Dolphin blow. No, wait, wrong move. And here's the victory music on his ringtone.
yeah. Yeah, the timing's just so perfect on that.
That was a good camera angle too, by the way.
Uh, as well as a nice little Easter egg. I mean, you gotta have that little victory fanfare somewhere in this movie.
Hmm.
What better way to
See,
incorporate?
see, American filmmakers who want to make video game movies. This is how you make a video game movie. I'm not crying. No, I got it. I'll get the girl. Now, where were we? She's got more smudge and dirt on her this time around,
Yeah,
or at least what we're gonna see later on. People get damaged in this version of the movie, whereas in the
yeah,
oh, speaking of which, yeah, get ready for some brutality later on in this film.
yeah. Oh,
I love that reaction.
yeah. No, that's actually kind of cute.
This is why I said give the flower to Marlene. Now you know why. At least I wish I never had have an issue with the professor when I do things like this in gaming streams. Speaking of which, last night there was a specific character that that professor agreed to help with, and I was like, I was going I play I was going I was about ready to I was getting ready my comment to say congratulate like good job, tell him to take a hot. But then when he say when he chose to agree with the character,
Oh,
I in mid of writing the comment, I instinctively said good
okay. This was
great
a tiny
job.
retcon. Because I think her little brother did survive in the original version of the movie. I'm not sure.
He is not there, is he?
She just said that he was gone, so I'm going to assume that means
He does sort of disappear in the original.
Kids, you don't take rides from strangers.
If anything, geostigma does the final symptom is death in geostigma. So we did see one person actually die in front of those kids. So it stands to reason that the brother did die due to the stigma. Unfortunately, she's also has a stigma, so she has no emotional connection to her brother's passing. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
That also caused it. One of the symptoms of geostigma is eternal depression, from what I heard, and they have this most that contracted has this very big indifference.
Oh. And here's our big. And here we find out Cloud's got it.
Hmm. They changed the music in this version too. They used which song was that?
Mm.
Stigma, Maddie. I'm pretty sure that's the only way to say it. I'm just giving them grief.
Oh, okay. Now that is really pretty. Well, I'm, I know they're both passed out, but that is just so romantic.
Yep, and kind of Kingdom Heartsy.
Yes. Okay. I
Namor
actually
just
really
had.
appreciate
Go
that
ahead.
kind of Kingdom Hearts reference thing that Nomura
Mm,
goes. But that we will accept, right, Wolfy?
Namor, you just had to remind us that you wrote Kingdom Hearts. No, I will not accept that.
Just as long as we don't end up with a well with a with an item called a Keyblade
Hmm.
Part 2 of the remake.
Maddie, that's why I was giving you grief. Don't take me
Although
too seriously.
although it could be weird if for some reason Kingdom Hearts is a video game in the remakes world.
Mm, I was hoping that would have been the case. Which remind me, I had this one idea of how I would have done a Sonic Adventure 3 without actually ignoring anything from the previous Sonic games. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
So in Sonic 3, um, Sonic Adventure 3, I mean, the storybook ones, as they like to call them, like the Sonic and the Black Knight, Seven Rings, those and Unleashed, those are actually those are actually storybooks, literally storybooks. For Sonic Boom, that would be a weird fan fiction.
Yeah.
Um, Shadow the Hedgehog will be just as a movie date a movie that he's making. So what that's how I would have kind of like retcon all that without having to alienate any fans who like those games. It's like yeah, they exist. They just exist in some capacity. But Sonic Heroes actually happened. That'd be the
Uh,
only game that actually happened. Because I like Metal Sonic. I don't know what I would have done with the news story. I forgot what I was going to do with the news story, but I know it involved the Seven Chaos.
that Shinra guy. We're not gonna say his name. We're just gonna call him that guy.
They're such kids, aren't they?
Yeah.
That that leads credence to that they have these childlike personalities.
Yeah. Hmm. I don't know. Did you do we actually know how old these guys were or were supposed to be?
Mentally, 10. Physically, 20.
Yeah, I kind of feel like they were teenagers at least in the original game, or should have been that age group.
Hmm. I did not buy it in Final Fantasy 8 though. When I played the demo, because the boss in the demo, right? And you know who
Uh huh.
that is. He calls them kids. I'm like, I'm not buying them being kids here, man. Stop calling them kids. You're confusing me. But that's only because Squall and everybody else don't look like kids. But then again, I should have known better because that's how teenagers are portrayed back in the days. 30-something-year-olds playing teenagers, quote unquote.
Yeah. Also, there are some adults who will call even younger adults kids.
Right. I did make mention in the stream once that if I if I get your age wrong, just know that I'm only assuming that you're younger than me because I'm getting older now, so I can't really just think that everybody's like much older than me unless I'm confronted with an adult. But if you look younger than me, I'm just gonna assume, or at least you being behind the keyboard, I'm gonna assume that you're younger than me. So no hard feelings, right?
Right. Well,
Now the music is a little bit extensive in this version.
yeah, it's a
Do
little
you like the
cool.
music at all in the complete version?
Yeah.
Because
Um.
I was a bit hesitant, if you will. I'm sorry, I'm talking too much. Go ahead. What you gonna say?
I was gonna say that say this whole thing is just kind of creepy. Like, kind of feels like one part like evil preacher for kind of children of the corn type
I was
thing,
about to say that actually,
except
like like
in
a
a
like a whole cult, like a cult, right?
yeah.
Do as I do. Now stand aside. I'm going to see my mother.
Not quite yet.
I'm sorry. Everybody has their own favorite Sephiroth quote, but that will always be my favorite, my top favorite. Just something about that line, just kind of it cracks me up, but at the same time, it's like that's it. That's what you're gonna say,
Yeah. Well, my favorite Sephiroth quote comes from this movie.
of course.
We've not
Um,
gotten to it yet, obviously.
and I think I have an idea of what that line is. It's got these very outrageous lines to say, and that one just what stood out to me because like this is supposed to be like he's basically the big bad of the game, but like he just like he hasn't seen Cloud in years, let alone know who Cloud really is. He just briefly saw Cloud, and the first thing he does is stab him, right? Or at least
Uh-huh.
in the case of Crisis Core, he's had enough time with Cloud, but not really know who he was, aside from him being a Shinra guard, right?
Uh-huh.
And like the moment he meets Cloud again after all those years, the first thing he says is, step aside. I'm going to see my mother."
Yeah.
Just blase, just like you're not worth my time right now. I need to see my mom. Which I get. Yeah, you haven't seen your mom in years. Okay.
Yeah.
Have at
And
it, buddy. Have
or
at it.
Aaron, um,
Oh yeah, Aerith.
I feel like this is another cue that there's something special about this flower.
We'll cover that when we get there. Right?
Yeah.
Stop wasting your ammo.
Yeah. And they say stormtroopers have bad aim.
They had bad aim in the beginning of this movie, and they still keep wasting their freaking ammo.
And now the kids are part ninjas. As well as
Frog hopping and all over the place. That was creepy though. I gotta give this movie that they made that they made them hopping around like that really creepy. They have that is those are the damn stare on their faces. All they need is the glowing eyes now. In our happy flock, he is what you call a black sheep. Really? That's what distracts you? Some
I
villain
think
you
that
are.
I think that may also be a bit of a reference to Cain and Abel too.
Hmm.
It's a sort of twisted one.
Yeah. Wait, there's actually a pure Cain and Abel reference. I mean, we all know that never ended really well in that story.
Well, in this case, Kadaj kind of refers to himself as the good brother, and
Right,
Cloud as the bad brother. Like Cain is the older one, and you know what Cain did.
right. Have you watched Lucifer by chance?
No,
I can't wait for its fifth season to wrap up.
yeah,
It's already on its way. It's a good series based off a comic book. One of the few bastions I visit with all this woke stuff we're dealing with.
true.
Wife is preparing something in the background. Sorry about that, everybody.
It's okay. And Cloud loses his phone.
Don't you hate that when you drop your phone?
Yeah.
And it's Vincent. Did you notice the brief sound of the menu cursor sound when you move the hand? Did you notice
No.
that sound? It's faint, but it's there. When he's like when his cape surrounds a cloud before he starts shooting, you can hear it, but it's very faint. But it's there,
And you're not stopping them.
and it's Steve Bloom voicing Vincent. I've come here often. Our sins ever forgiven? I've never tried.
Well,
You
I'm
haven't
gonna
even
try.
begun. I'm like, when he said that, I'm like, you haven't even begun. Telling some you never tried. I'm like, what? I'm like, what you repenting for? What did you do wrong? Because last time
Uh,
I looked at your backstory. You did nothing wrong. You did everything right, man.
I don't know. It might be his guilt over what happened to um what was her name? Uh,
Lucrezia?
yeah,
Yeah, survivor guilt, maybe.
yeah. I think he really did love her.
Even though she belonged to another man, and that man was a creep.
Hmm.
I think we all agree we hate Hojo.
Yeah,
He's scum. She put her foot down.
yeah,
That's Barrett's daughter, all right.
yep.
And we all know what will happen if Barrett hear that you didn't take his daughter back home. So I think you need to do it, buddy.
Hmm.
I don't care if you got the stigma or not. You better do it.
Yeah. Or Cloud will, or Barrett will find a way to beat your ghost to a blaze hole.
He does have an arm cannon. That's possible. He'll turn you more than just Swiss cheese. He'll turn you into Oddworld meat popsicle. Have you played the Oddworld games?
No, I don't think I have.
Oh, those are good games. They had a recent sequel that came out. It's actually pretty good. I saw the gameplay.
Well, the phone is also part of his job, Tifa. He does make deliveries. I think. You still there?
I'm still here. I'm just muting my mic real quick. He saw religion.
Good luck with that. Since it doesn't have a phone, and you lost yours. Okay, this is an interesting little scene that I am calling BS.
A lot of Reeve talking. All the Oh, or is it the fact that the phone is still functioning even in deep water like that?
Yeah.
You get a glimpse of Reeves' voice, or what his voice would have been.
Yeah.
You
And
got
we also find out
Yuffie's
there's
voice.
something on the Wu side too. Um, I guess it was a way to bring Yuffie in a little bit earlier than she actually shows up.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm guessing that phone was supposed to be waterproof or something.
Not good at selling us that, right?
Yeah, possibly even nearly indestructible. And yet it never came to the United States.
Yeah, we're dumb.
and almost
We
everyone in the car is wearing the same three shirts.
yeah.
I mean, can we get a little bit of pink or some brighter colors? I realize everyone's dreary, but at the same time,
Greenie, this was 2002. Back then, everything looked dreary. It was a mandate. Let's be kind. It was a mandate. Think back, Dark Knight and Batman Begins.
whoa.
Did you notice that none of them die here?
As far as we can tell,
Well, that guy's dead. His head's bouncing on the ground on the pavement multiple
yeah.
times. Yeah, he dead. Or he's gonna have a serious concussion. That's just plain creepy.
Yeah. Uh,
What are the peons not trusted? I'm getting ahead of myself there.
yeah. Well, at least this is a fair fight, 2-on-2.
Yeah, for all that, for all the good that it did. But I gotta give him props though. See, this one thing that always pisses me off when people try to crack on people who are like underpowered that take on people that's overpowered. I'm like, it's not the fact that it's not the fact that they're gonna lose. They know they're gonna lose. They don't care. What? So are you gonna be the one that's gonna be the coward? Are you gonna be the one that's gonna sit on the sidelines? Cause what's that gonna look like for you in the long run? Cause I'm not gonna call you to save my
Oh,
life.
here's little Marlene being so cute and adorable and understanding and nosy all at the
As
same time.
much as much as I like Marlene, I don't think this was a necessary scene either. I'm gonna say right now, I don't think this scene was needed. I think we did just fine with him just taking her home and then just show up during the battle.
Oh, that is just so cute.
Okay. I take back what I said. I do like that. I do like that. Like Nomura finds a way to win me over.
Oh,
That is so cute when she put her fist up like that. And I don't even have a kid.
oh, that is just a sweet little moment right there.
I'm just
I just
saying,
want to give them
deep
both
down.
hugs.
Sorry, go ahead.
I just want to give them both hugs.
Hmm.
Of
I
course,
just
it's
hope my
almost.
nephews. I hope in the long run my nephews see me like that. At least I have that kind of interaction with my nephews and my nieces. I have three nieces as of right now. I used to have two.
Oh,
Yeah, my sister needs to get her stuff together to be able to see her daughter. My second youngest sister. No, my first youngest sister.
now I'm also going to point out that this is on the 13th floor. I think that was supposed to be
Hmm.
a Like reference to Final Fantasy 13, which came out when the original version of this movie came out, or close to.
Mm,
And you can correct me on that if you want.
yeah, I'm gonna take your word for it on that. Who knows what they tend to do with these subliminal signs for their upcoming games.
Or it could have just been a 13 for bad luck.
Mm. Could have been referencing versus 13 before they retooled it to 15. Who knows? Though I do believe Nomura is very transparent with what his ideas are. I'll give the man that. Definitely. Okay, we get. I think we overlooked the fact that Kadash has big brother issues.
Yeah,
The fact that he technically he is a certain character that we're gonna get into later on. He still has a bit of a jealousy towards him.
yeah. At some point, we're gonna have to get to Professor Wolf's movies.
Good look on that one. You got the Clockwork Orange his butt. Now Sound Engraver, I'm pretty sure she will be glad to do that.
Yeah, yeah. I think she would be the one to kind of help us get him to watch it. Because I definitely would see what he has to say about Kadaj.
Great. Now
But
I'm imagining Sound Engraver as Aerith tugging the professor as Cloud along by arm. I do mimic that one move he does to summon Bahamut.
oh yeah,
That still sends me goosebumps when he begins to summon it. That music in the background.
yeah.
The stakes has been rose, gentlemen. That was another deal maker when they showed Bahamut destroying that monument.
Hmm.
Wow, that was loud.
Yeah. Oh, keep him being protective.
Now we did have Troy earlier, but where's Mappa Chelly? She's usually not too far away. Maybe she's here with us in spirit.
Yeah.
I am almost done with this art piece. I just need to color in the background.
And that's just a funny
Oh
line.
yeah, I forgot. Yeah, he just smacks him in the face and almost smacked him again.
Oh,
Just shoves his finger in his nose. Ew.
yeah. I know it's a serious situation, but that's just funny. The way his face is animated when they do that.
Yeah. I mean, it does not what's that phrase? It doesn't break the seriousness at all. Like it goes right back. It's like it's basically a brief comedy moment, but like it still stays serious.
Yeah.
Kind of wish Marvel would take notes on that front too in some
Yeah.
of their movies. I start. It was never really a big problem for me, but I'm starting to see now why people tend to critique Marvel and its comedy. I'm like, yeah, I get what you're saying. I guess it just never affected me that
Oh,
much. Oh, I love this. This always gives me goosebumps when he gets up the time of my life and just starts
yeah.
comboing. Like I said, even if it's futile, I was like you gotta give the man props. he's not gonna he's not gonna sit around and just not do anything. He's gonna do something.
Oh,
He just pulled Spider-Man.
yeah.
Reno is pretty
I,
athletic. I'm like, bruh,
wonder-
that hurt my back. Just kicks him. I like how they shift the battle in a very bam. No, this is where they shift the tide of the battle just by saying one phrase. It's Genova's friggin' head. Hey, I do not appreciate you referring mother that way. Apologies. Your mom's fine. What the hell am I saying? I'm like, that's all you had to do to actually get these guys off, you know, off balance is to say something about their mom. Well, dang it, why don't we have a your mama battle then? Your mama got one leg, one eye. They call her Eileen. Oh yeah, definitely use me for a distraction. I would let it fly. I usually don't comment on somebody's mama because I respect the person's family member, and it's mostly between me and the person, right? But dang it, if that was the one weakness there, oh, it's free for all now.
oh,
This is where I actually have to say that I like Denzel in this moment.
yeah.
Like that's a
Oh,
stupid but brave boy.
yeah. Oh, and look at Ferris' arm.
Yep,
Now that's
Marlene better be all right, huh? Well, Cloud did take her home.
yeah.
We got
And
Red
we got
13K Sid. Now, are you saddened that Mogul um wasn't in here?
no.
Neither was I. Barry, is that brand new?
Oh,
That's supposed.
yeah.
That was his.
Here's
Oh yeah. Let's appreciate Yuffie and her wrestler boots. That's what I'm calling them. That's what they look
yeah,
like to me. Wrestler boots.
yeah. Now I definitely like this upgraded outfit for her.
Hmm. Mind telling me
And
why?
of course, it's here.
Sid. You give it a grand tour afterward.
Like, like, did he call it Shira or Shara?
Shara. Where could I buy a phone? Dude, really? Where can you buy a phone? You're in the city, man. I mean, yeah, it's a big city, but dang it, I'm sure they have a town plaza. Uh-oh.
I'm pretty sure that was supposed to be another their commercial for the phone.
Of course. Oh, we're actually getting we're getting a slight backstory
Mm-hmm.
there from what you were saying about his story and
Yeah,
about the plate. That was a nice touch. So that scene right there, I will allow. Certain scenes I would have removed.
well, and there's Kate Fifth,
Hmm.
13.
They altered this fight actually
Oh,
in
oh,
some ways. If you notice, they altered some fight. They added more stuff. and altered it a few times, a few areas. Like, did we really need Cloud to be awesome in this scene?
Yes,
I kind
yes,
of
we
like
did.
I kind of liked him just rolling in better, like in the original. I kind of liked them better rolling in. Like this was as over the top Final Fantasy gets. This is way too over the top.
Yeah. Then again, I can't help it. I like swords. Don't take that in a certain way.
I was not saying anything, Greenie. I'm just appreciating a woman's taste here. Just appreciating a woman that has taste. That's it. take what take that what you will. Oh boy. Did you like this Bahamut by any
Uh,
chance?
mm, yeah, I actually like this model for him.
I haven't reached to where I've got received them yet, but I liked how evil he looked. Like when Kadash summoned him, he looked corrupted.
Yeah.
Again, did we really need Denzel to do anything? Nomura, I liked him better when he didn't do Snoot.
I have a feeling that at some point, Nomura did try to pitch another sequel to Final Fantasy VII where Denzel was going to be your main hero.
I would have appreciated that. Don't get me wrong. I would have appreciated that, but come on. I you know it's not that I don't like the boy. I'm not trying to hate the boy, but like dang it, I don't care what he's doing. His his story was already done the moment he faced up to Bahamut. He basically fought against the stigma to fight Bahamut. That was his character arc. The fact that there's somebody with the stigma that's willing to fight against the symptoms to protect somebody he cares about. Tifa or Marlene, if Marlene was in that situation, right?
Yeah,
Did not I did not need him to break open a fire hydrant to take on little mooks and stuff like that.
I think that was just to show that maybe he wasn't. It wasn't just that one moment that he was just going to continue to fight it. I'm not sure, or it just might have
I'm
been
just
something
saying like
else
that.
to throw in.
Yeah, I'm just saying there's too much with Denzel that was really not needed. I'm not saying it's because like I'm pretty sure people are like dang Wolf10, what you got against the kid? Like nothing. I got nothing against the kid. It's just that he's done now. It's time for the heroes to do some to kick some butt. I'm starting to see why people don't appreciate Godzilla 2014 that much. Okay, we're gonna see this thing get damaged. What's your take on the damage on Bahamut? Sorry, that's
Sorry,
roommate's
when I get
telephone.
started watching action, well, like fight scenes, sometimes I just get
Squeamish.
yeah. Well, not squeamish, just so focused on it.
Hmm.
I mean, a well choreographed fight scene is just a work of art,
Hmm.
and we have seen quite a few in recent years that are you know aren't really that believable or great.
Right.
Well, you know what they say, the best hiding place is sometimes the most obvious.
A good son would have known. You say you didn't like Shinra's voice actor here, did you?
Right.
Well, how would you best describe Shinra's voice when you read it in the original? Because we all know that there was no voiceover, just text, right? How would you read it when you read Shinra's voice?
I don't. Hmm, I was actually imagining a mixture of Prince Lotor from Voltron and
Ah, original.
maybe yeah, and maybe some Zuko from Avatar: Last Airbender.
Dante
It,
Bosco's voice.
yeah, I don't know. I was imagining him being kind of young, like somewhere like hmm, I don't know. Like it just had a bit of
Hmm.
attitude towards it.
Lotor's voice from original Voltron. I'm gonna try to emulate that with the Lotor voice. What he said to Kadash. A good son would have known.
Yeah, that's how I think you should have sounded.
And what do we find there, Cloud? Nothing. Nothing at all. You can you can calm down now. I'm paraphrasing the line, by the way. That's not really what he
Yep.
said in that beginning, but something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Cause I don't think Dante Bosco would have worked for me as Shinra, as Rufus Shinra. Dante Bosco has a distinct voice that you recognize instantly.
Yeah.
Maybe the guy who did the voice of Robin in Teen Titans. Maybe. But then that would make him sound teenage. And look at how Shimmer looks here.
Yeah. Or maybe Slade in the Teen Titans.
Oh, Ron Perlman?
Maybe.
Ron,
I'm not
Ron
sure.
Perlman.
Hmm.
I'm trying
Because,
to imagine right now.
it would have just been interesting to just hear a little bit more emotion in that voice. Just a little bit.
Mm-mm.
I mean, I
Then you
realize
would probably.
it
Sorry,
might
go
have been,
ahead.
I realize part of it might have been the stigma, but at the same time, oh, and we get Elena and Sung.
They were clean in the original, but here. I find it funny that only thing she's got is a band-aid right right in the corner of her lip.
Yeah. I
That's
feel like there,
distracting. Why?
yeah,
Go
I feel
ahead.
like there should have been a little bit more bandaging. I mean,
Hmm.
now now we don't know what the main part of their bodies look like. Um, but come on, maybe a little bit more battle damage.
Hmm.
What did you think of her haircut though?
I like it. Though I don't really pay much attention to Elena that much in the game, the OG proper. And sadly, did you ever get a boss battle with her in remake?
No, I don't think she didn't appear in the remake yet.
Did
I think she doesn't. I don't think she comes in until later on. Um, yeah, she comes in after Midgard because Reno's recuperating. So
mm,
him recuperating gives gives her the chance to come in and be a Turk.
question? Do you get to fight her at all in OG?
Oh, oh man, I'm
I
I
like
don't
that flip he
remember.
does. I like that flip he does.
Yeah,
I, I'm sorry, I just got. I just appreciate Laws way more than the other remnants.
Yeah. And
It's
of
just
course
so
we got another
agile.
motorcycle battle.
Mhm. Those guns was never on those bikes. Well, they were there, but they didn't use them. Did you notice that they used the guns on the bikes?
Yeah.
Ah, da, 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 da. He's such a kid. They gave him more to do in this scene. This is added much more. I
Well,
appreciate it though.
yeah. Well, at least the good news is if you're a construction worker or road worker in Midgar, you probably never will be without a job.
Hmm. And probably get paid a lot more.
Yeah.
This was dumb, but I guess they needed to get rid of him somehow.
Yeah. Uh, yeah. They use
I'm
these
just
two for
PG.
comic books a little bit too much. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Do you think they got the justice they deserve in remake, despite their designs, or at least in the case of Reno?
Well, Reno. Let's not talk about Reno in the remake.
He does fight well in the remake. You struggled with him a few times.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah. She looking too adorable there. Far too adorable. It's what take Atlanta seriously, right?
well, she was kind of. Oh, she did act a little bit childish when you met her in the original game. So,
Okay.
but she was super happy to finally be a Turk.
Oh, I love this too.
Oh, whoa,
He does not skip leg day, does he?
whoa,
Oh, I
whoa.
love how
Low
Yazoo
can you
dodged that
go?
too. What'd you say,
And
Greenie?
I said, "How low can you go?"
Mm-hmm.
And then, oh, wow.
Uh-oh. They still didn't fix the fire effects in this, but okay. Trying to do his leak move.
Yeah.
Slayer! That's the Soul Calibur Link voice. If you need the distinction there,
Yeah.
because there are multiple Link voices, and that's the only one I can really pull off. Almost like 80%.
Oh, and Reno and Rude back again.
Yeah, this was dumb. Even in both versions, this was dumb. They try to make it seem like this is their last stand. Even with the
Oh,
Western music.
yeah. And I've got a feeling that this was just added in to kind of ship those two. I'm sorry. I'm okay with
No, I think they were just.
it. Whoa. Okay, that was not needed.
Mm-mm. Even in both versions. That's a lot of confetti.
Yeah.
Just
Whoa.
what kind of stuff they put in those bombs? Those were two big booms.
Yeah.
You're empty. So are you. Yeah, I was making a Matrix reference there. Now this is a character moment here where he removes
Yeah,
the sleeve. That's the ribbon from the game that both him and Tifa have. I forgot what the function the ribbon does when you equipped it. Right? It gives you extra health. Right?
I think so.
Mother sounds like what's his face from Resident Evil Code Veronica, Steve.
Hmm.
You have you ever watched any playthroughs of Code Veronica?
No, I'm gonna have to
Oh my
now.
oh my goodness, the voice acting in Code Veronica is hilarious, especially when it comes to Steve. You gotta listen to Steve. He's not gonna come. You're just gonna get disappointed.
Aerith will be very mad at you, Cloud.
Yep, you're supposed to take care of our flowers, man. You're fired. Aerith, we still need that healing juice. All right, you're on fire. Come here.
Oh, and now we know what was special about the flowers.
Do a sex machina. Somewhat.
Yeah, because in the original game, you know that was the one of the few areas in Midgard that flowers actually grew. Besides Aerith's house,
Right.
and there was a lot of water at Aerith's house as well. So there's a bit of a link.
Hmm.
Water is associated with healing. Like,
Right. That's why Katana calls it the power that gives life, the element that gives life. I mean,
yeah.
for you Mortal Kombat fans there. Um, what I was gonna say. As a gardener, you having a green thumb, pun not intended. Do you what would you say about Aerith's garden? I know you gushed about it when you got there in the remake, but like what speaking as a gardener, what would you say about it?
It does look pretty healthy. Although most of the time, you don't really want that much water in the soil. I mean, you
Mm,
want enough to where your plants won't dry out because too much water will drown them.
mm. So what if I'm just a puppet? Once upon a time, you were too. A reference to the original.
Yeah.
We all know that infamous scene. Ooh, do you think his swings are a bit too weightless? Cloud swings, I mean.
Yeah, a little bit.
I see a little bit of weight in some spots, but there were times he like it almost felt featherweight.
Yeah.
But the impacts have some weight to them. So they
Yeah.
they know their stuff. It's just it's not always accurate,
Yeah.
or at least consistent. Go ahead. What you gonna say? Sorry.
Well, I was I kind of interesting that they avoid saying Aerith's name completely in this movie.
Mm,
And I have to wonder if it was because they weren't sure if they needed to say Aerith or Eris, or if
mm,
it was just a choice because they wanted to keep her sort of an enigma.
right. Kind of like what they did with Sephiroth in the original game. He's got 10 minutes. Cloud is Cloud.
Oh, he just got a sweet smile. He's just
Mm-hmm.
very,
Sid, park this heat. Shut up. You want to get off? Fine, jump. Get off my back. I love that exchange.
yeah.
Hey, 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 studio, you forgot to put a damn in. Remember, Sid's the potty mouth.
Yeah.
First time for me swearing on the stream. I usually don't
Yeah.
swear on the stream.
It's going to be interesting when we get to Sid in the remake. I
Oh,
mean,
please, please tell me he's gonna swear like Kanye from freaking Near. Please say he's gonna do that because I'll be all for that. Have you ever
I
played
don't.
Near?
I'm working on it. Not got that far
Because
yet.
Cause Kaine, oh my goodness, the obscenities that come out of her mouth is amazing. Now, we do have to warn Mappacelli if you ever do stream near either Replicant or Gestalt. She does say the GD.
And Kadaj transforms.
I like the transition.
Yeah. Whoa,
Good to see you,
you
Cloud.
cloud. Question: do you see Sephiroth as more of a snake or a white tiger?
Let me get back to you on that. I'm debating. The last thoughts of Geostigma's dead. Those remnants will join the life stain and girdle the planet, choking it, corroding it. What I want, Cloud, is to sail the darkness of the cosmos with this planet as my vessel, just as my mother did long ago.
And a
Now,
bit
how
off
was that?
topic, but do you remember watching um Spirits Within?
Mm-hmm. 5 times already.
Um, you know that they did have a bit of a similar story with this. I think it was a comet that hit the Earth,
Mm-hmm.
and there was a similar illness. It wasn't geostigma, but there was some sort of entity
The
or
Phantoms, specifically.
yeah, that were invading people.
Right. Did you like that movie, by the way? I take that silence as a no.
Well, it was okay. I mean, there are some things I gotta say I did like about it. Um, there were some things I think they could have done better.
It was pioneering for its time. I will give it that. With the animation that they were experimenting with, like a lot of people like to praise Pixar for the hair animation, but it was Spirits Within that attempted it the first time. Now back to your animal question, I would like to say white tiger at least, or just basically a tiger. Period. I thought of a present for you. Shall I give you despair? Such a quotable movie. Such a quotable
Yeah.
movie. Excuse me. Sorry. That was not me, by the way. On your knees. I want you to beg for forgiveness.
Now that would have been awesome in a fighting movie. I mean, not fighting
You
movie, fighting game. Like
know
the
they were in a fighting game, right?
yeah,
It was called
Dissidia.
uh, no, no, this is before the city. It was on PlayStation. There were secret characters.
Was it in Soul Calibur? One of the Soul Calibur games?
This was around the time of Soul Calibur, but it was called something else. It's called EX something or Gun X or something. And they were secret. They were unlockable characters, I believe, in that game. I'll have to look it up and get back to you on that one. But they were in the fighting game before Dissidia.
But yeah, that one would have just been perfect right after you defeated the enemy.
Mm.
You got to
He's like, on your knees. I want you to beg me for forgiveness. Kind of like Vegeta's, you disappoint me. and Dragon Ball Budokai 2.
hmm
Have, have you played in the Dragon Ball Z fighting games?
no,
Oh wow.
yeah,
You're disagreeing with me.
no.
That's fine,
And
that's fine.
I mean, I watched some of the anime, but
Mm. Oh,
oh,
this is where we diverge from the original because yeah, it's gonna get brutal. This is actually was in the trailer that they never really showed this scene in the actual release, right?
right.
So they finally got a chance to put this in the actual, but dang, oof, oof,
Ouch.
it went right in his foot.
Oh,
See, they were holding back throughout this whole movie with the blood. You know, this is where they
uh-huh.
get. This is where they let loose. They completely cut loose in this fight. And there he is. So what if it looks hopeless? If it were me, I still wouldn't give up. Embrace your dreams, and whatever happens, protect your honor as soldier. Well, okay, you never made soldier. That's what in here that counts.
Oh,
Zax.
yeah, they'll say Zack's name, but they will not say Eris. Hmm.
You already beat him once, didn't you? This should be a cinch. Yeah,
Just the pep talk you needed.
Cloud. You know what I told you. That's right. I'm your living legacy.
So what do you think about that scene?
Loved it. Keep it. There's not a damn thing I don't share. Excuse me. I kind of wish they would add the damn in that line.
Might as well. They've
Make them
added
sound.
a blood.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
Yeah, this Omnisash was a lot different too. It was brief in the original, but this one, my goodness, he just laid it into him.
Uh, okay. Now this has got me thinking about 15. You know how Noxus has that ability to
Yeah,
kind of
yeah, definitely.
like Nomura
Do you
was
like
kind
this?
of toying with the idea already.
I
He just
I
wasn't
think
ready
he
to
was doing
implement.
Kingdom Hearts again with this a bit.
Oh, this is my favorite line.
Oh.
I will never be a memory.
Yeah, I figured. I was like, yeah, I kind of knew it. I knew that's everybody's favorite quote. Mine too, but mine's will always my top favorite will always be "Stand aside. I'm going to see my mother," which I keep teasing you in every stream, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, that line right there is it's always chilling because you know what he's saying is true. Like you just one just not simply just forget Sephiroth.
yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
he was still remembered even after after the incident in Crisis Core.
oh. This is kind of like a moment of forgiveness for him. I think.
Everyone's waiting. If you're ready,
Yeah,
you do kind of feel sorry for him, don't you?
yeah,
Kind of shame that Japan knows how to do this stuff than we do now.
yeah. I'm I'm pretty sure if Hollywood tried this scene, they would be considered pushing a religion or something. You know?
Mm. Or at least not necessarily that, just the fact that they would treat Kadash as the victim here more so than Cloud or Aerith. Like they would make Kadash like really more pitiable than he already is in this scene.
Yeah. Now, also, I'm going to bring up something that Christianity does preach forgiveness, or at
Of
least,
course it does. It
yeah,
always done. It always has done that. That's the whole point of Jesus' sacrifice. And I'm saying that as an atheist.
yeah. I mean, even
That's the whole
Rufus is
point.
getting forgiving again at this point,
Mm-hmm.
and we all know how awful he has been.
Yeah. That's why Cloud gave him the cold shoulder in the beginning. Cause we ain't gonna overlook that. You tried to fire a cannon, man. Well, you succeeded, but you still failed. But still, like what the hey, man? You could have destroyed Midgard firing that cannon with that output of that magnitude. You got anything to add to that, Greenie?
Not this time.
Okay.
And we
So
think
we're
everything's
so we
fine, everything's good.
and then I gotta admit, this made me jump when I first watched it.
Yeah.
That, but that's probably only because the computer I was using at the time to watch this, I forgot the speakers were up, and then that just came out of nowhere. I was like, oh, that scared me.
Well, I think it surprised me because at this point I thought everything was good, everything was
Yeah, you were in a
fine,
false sense of security.
and then yeah,
I'm mimicking the Resident Evil gun sounds, specifically the rocket launcher.
whoa,
Yep. Cloud. Dude, that's healing juice. You better step out there right now.
I think he already got it.
No, he's
Wait,
not healed.
oh wait, no, oh no, he's going to get it later.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, bruh, that's healing juice. Get out there. Truth be told, I don't think we needed this scene at all either. Again, I'm not interested in Denzel at this point.
Just how is Aerith able to call everyone on the phone?
That's what
That's
I'm
all I'm
like.
wondering.
I'm like, we did not need an explanation as to how did the kids get there. Like, not only are you placing far too much importance on Denzel, but you're placing far too much importance on Aerith. Granted, Aerith deserves it. She deserves that, but still, it's getting annoying. What about you, Greenie?
Yeah,
I mean, you can disagree if you want.
um, yeah, this is going a bit too far, I think. Though it does remind me of of the of baptism,
Mm.
because you do meet by a well, where I go to church, we go to a river,
Mm.
a source of water
Old
for
fashioned.
that, and it's supposed to be well, it, the whole process is more, it's supposed to be symbolic. Like, you go under the water, it's supposed to symbolize the old person dying, the person who was committing sins, and then
Right.
you come up as a new person, like your soul has been healed.
We're learning a lot today, boys and girls.
Oh,
Maybe the Catholic Bible geek should add you in.
yeah, I don't think you would
Maybe.
rewatch this movie just because of the cursing. Oh, oh,
I'm pretty sure the professor is fine with swearing. Last I checked. I mean, he did watch Terminator
uh,
and RoboCop, if I
true.
if memory serves. Now, Fan Man will be interesting.
What, his reaction to this?
Yeah, because he did mention that he'd be willing to check out anime in one of his
But
streams.
yeah, this really is what reminded me of the baptism. Well, and even more
Hmm.
so in a few minutes.
They do say that the Japanese are very they have as far as their religion is concerned, Christianity is the highest percentage of practice in their country. I'm referencing Gaijin though, and Gaijin has mentioned that Gaijin Goomba. I mean, have you heard of him?
Um, no. Oh, so which design you like on Red 13, the remake or this version?
I like this version. Remake has nothing really there for me to really critique. I just think that it's still the same design, but probably added more detail, considering that we're dealing with new technology, of course. But as far as this design, I like it.
Yeah.
Though there is one, I will say this: if there's one criticism I don't like of remake Red 13, that flame is too small.
Okay. And I am going to point out this is actually another. It's not one my church uses because they actually do dunk you in the water completely.
Right.
But
This
there
is
are
this
some
is
that
just
just place
anointing.
it on your
I
forehead.
like to call this anointing.
Yeah.
He's anointing him with the healing juice.
Yeah.
You don't even have to drink it. You just step in and you're cured apparently.
Yeah.
Unlike unlike the other time with Kadash where you literally drink from the lake. That's all,
Yeah. I think there was supposed to be a bit of a parallel between the two.
Hmm.
Whereas you see them being gloomy in that scene, you see them being joyful and joyful. Yes.
Right.
And of course we see Air's ghost and Zach's ghost.
Hmm. Would have been appropriate if you used Aerith's as your avatar.
Sorry, I didn't think about it.
It's okay. We're Crisis Core all the way, remember?
Yeah,
And who was there with Zack in Crisis Core for a time? Yuffie.
yeah.
So this is completely appropriate, everybody. Funny that Yuffie never mentioned that she met Zack. Oh right, pre the downside to prequels:
Yeah.
consistency and continuity.
Well, it also may be something where she kind of she knew he was a soldier. She just didn't remember him specifically, like beyond
Mm-hmm.
that. And we're going to
It
watch
was
the
obviously brief. Hmm?
yeah. And now we're going. And now we're in the credits.
I was kind of disappointed in the credits because this is complete edition, right? I was hoping that they were
Yeah.
going to do a different credit scene, but apparently they kept the same.
Well, let's
Maybe
watch
they
it.
were beyond the budget. I'm sorry, what were you gonna say?
There was a bonus scene, I think.
I believe there is. I think it's just his sword with. Oh no, he put the sword, the sword that they used for Zack's grave is now at the lake where Marlene was. Or no, it was at the lake in the church, and the wolf is right there too, I believe.
Let's just watch it and see. Cause it's been a while. I think there was another scene with Denzel,
Mm,
and also I
I
like how they do the credits.
yeah. I think the original had a picture of him with Denzel and Tifa, just like the way how they did with Tifa, Sephiroth, and Zax. With everybody this time around, like
Mm.
you got everybody like Barrett, Yuffie, even of all people, Vincent in the picture.
Proof that
I think
Vincent
that.
is not a vampire.
Yep.
Because that has been a joke.
Have you watched the abridged series yet?
Oh, I keep trying. Today I could. Well, I was actually planning on watching part of it during my lunch break, but
Mm,
we had some major um what's the word, technological failures,
mm,
and I'm just glad I'm off work tomorrow because there's probably going to be a lot of people calling and complaining that they couldn't call yesterday to get an answer.
right. Yeah, you don't want to be any part of that, which is
Yeah, I'll explain a little bit more
yeah,
about that after the stream. And also,
right.
our internet was down. I mean, I literally threw together the thumbnail in about 10 minutes. That was something I was also planning on working on during my lunch break.
The thumbnail.
Yeah, yep, for this stream.
Okay.
Or or did it look like The Sims again?
Like I said, when you're in the search area, it looks like a sim, but when you click on it, the thumbnail pops up. I don't know why. It's YouTube shenanigans there. There are times when I double check on my streams, the thumbnail that I use for the streams it's blank, and I have to re-upload like edit the stream to re-upload it so it can actually pop up again. YouTube be weird.
Yeah. So overall, what did you think of the remake? Not the remake, but
Complete
the
edition.
yeah.
Still love it the way I still love it even to this day. It still has its fair share of issues, especially with the complete edition. I would say this. I have a bit more issues with the complete edition than I did with the original, the theatrical. And I've already pretty much voiced my reasons. Like again, didn't I voiced them in the past too before we even got here, right?
Yeah.
So again, I did not care for the additional scenes with Denzel, but I did concede in saying that there were some scenes that I did like that had Denzel in it, which is that was
Yeah.
like in the original, like the fact that he stood up to Bahamut Sin, ready to deck him one, was enough for me to complete his for me that said that completed his arc for what arc that he did have in this movie. But they were giving us scenes where like it's like basically they're filling in the blanks for us.
Yeah. Now, also in part of his journey to a smile, he actually was talking to Reeve about joining a child child work group or child soldier like group, and he said, "No, we don't do that anymore."
Haha, child soldier.
Oh, now this part I really do like in the credits.
Yeah, those are real clouds. That's
Yeah,
a real background. Oh yeah, yeah. So we have the digitized cloud rolling through a real background. That was another achievement that was obviously not new for its time. We did get Disney's Dinosaur,
and
and that was
also
made
the
with
original
yeah
Cars did it too.
yeah they did, didn't they?
Yeah, which is I think that's also why Cars 2, well, it seemed a bit off to me.
Hmm. I
I
was
mean,
noticing that too.
I really wish I knew what the words were singing in this one. It
Yeah,
just sounds cool though.
I forgot the band. I think I'm gonna guess that it might be Larkin Seal, because those were popular Japanese bands at the time. But I could be wrong. It's got a little bit of an '80s binge to it too.
Hmm.
In the beginning part. Now that's totally digital.
Actually, no,
Is it? It's not?
it's
Oh
actually
wow.
those plants. You'd think they were, but no. Yeah, I think I have seen some pictures of Japan that actually look like that. So, and you notice how they got the lighting right. Like when he's
Yeah,
behind you or something. I mean,
I
that's
noticed that too.
that's just a nice little detail.
I would like to see Corridor Crew take a look at this one. This specific scene right here, the credits.
Uh huh.
I'm actually introduce you to a lot of people, lot of YouTubers. Okay, this was not in the original credits. No, last I checked,
Uh huh.
this whole screen where it's showing the events of the movie, like any other anime movie back in the days.
Uh
It was
huh.
mostly just they were just they kept they stuck to the whole road thing. Is what I'm saying throughout the whole
Yeah.
credits. And then like I think Cloud's face pop up maybe 3 times in the original. This is way more than what they show in the original release.
Hmm.
Yeah, Marvel. There was a lot of movies that were doing end credit scenes way before you do. You just popularized it. That's all
Yeah.
your contribution was, popularizing the end credit scene.
Oh, and of course they give us a shout out to all fans of Final Fantasy.
As they should, because this was made by the creators and it was made for the fans.
Yeah, I mean yeah, I mean a lot of creators nowadays don't realize that fans that we're the ones that kept the interest alive. I mean,
Hmm.
remake wouldn't exist if there wasn't an interest in the original seven.
See, here's the first ending for the original, where they originally showed in the beginning of the movie they showed Cloud with Denzel and Tifa. Now you get the scene again with the new picture of everybody with Denzel, and of course there's this ending where the sword's gone
Um,
and now there's
yeah,
flowers, and then
yeah.
later on you get to see the sword again, but it's now
I'm
at
trying
the
to think
church.
what kind of flowers these
I
are.
think
I'm not 100% sure.
I like that line.
Yeah,
Yep, and there's Zach's sword.
yeah.
So there's
I mean,
basically
it's
three
a
endings.
beautiful scene. I mean,
Mhm.
it's very symbolic.
What'd you think about that wolf?
I liked him.
I like to think that that was Zach's as a wolf.
As kind of Cloud's spirit guide.
Hmm. Yeah, like I said, going back to the original, they never had that. They never had that extra scene where you had the flowers and then the sword being placed in where the church is. It was always
Hmm.
the picture of where the original picture of Cloud and Denzel and Tifa and Marlene now moved to the side with a and pair it up with a new picture with Denzel and everybody. That was the original end credit scene, and this one, yeah, as I was saying, extra scenes for that one too. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of weird because I think both scenes do have their place, and oddly
Oh
enough,
no,
I think
that. Oh no, that's not me saying that I didn't like it. No, I loved it. I love those extra scenes at the end. But continue what you're saying. Yeah, those they do have a place.
I was going to say that I know. I much remember for a more recent movie in which we had two beginnings in the same movie. You probably know which one I'm
Hmm.
talking about.
I'm
And
gonna guess Lord of the Rings, maybe.
nope,
Okay, tell me.
Wonder Woman 1984.
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, it was just too much. She should have listened. I'm sorry, Patty Jenkins should have listened to somebody at DC when they told her to cut one of them. I actually would have cut the Themyscira one if it were me. Because, we already seen her growing up on the island. We
Seems
didn't
like she
need
was trying to retcon and distance herself from Zack Snyder with that one.
yeah.
I think Patty Jenkins is kind of showing a side of a side of her that we never knew, because she was one of the writers on attached to Thor: The Dark World
Hmm.
originally, and she left Marvel for that matter. most because of studio meddling kept getting into the in the way of what she was trying to do. Cause she wanted to do something with the whole Thor, Sif, and Jane situation, which we'll probably never going to get an answer for that one. Uh, when Love and Thunder come up, because Sif is nowhere to be seen at this point, right? And they say
Right.
she's dead off screen. So I'm not watching it. I'm not watching Love and Thunder. But yeah, she was
Kind of lost me when they said they were going to make with the whole Jane being Thor now.
yeah, Thor Foster, as I like to call her.
Yeah, I mean, I know it is canon in the comics, but uh, let's be honest here. It was not.
I'm tripping off the fact that they make her look like a crackhead in the promotional poster
Uh,
with
Actually,
with a side cut.
my issue was that they turned his name into a title. I mean, could you imagine if? Okay, now obviously there's some names that we do associate with people what could be seen as a title, like Superman,
hmm
Batman.
They're basically turning all the superhero names into titles, actually,
Eventually,
with the Captain
Batman.
America, the Batman. It's getting out of control. There's also they'll probably put this excuse. Well, it says the to whom who lifts his
This
hammer wields the
person.
power of the Almighty Thor. I'm like, that's because it said you're wielding you're wielding the powers of the Almighty Thor, not an Almighty Thor. As a person, not a title. You're wielding the powers of the Almighty Thor, not a Almighty Thor. Am I right, Greeny?
Yeah,
So their reasoning we know the reasoning is going to be, as you said, it's you're like I'm not detracting what you're saying about the whole name being the title thing. Like that's basically how they're putting it. And that's basically what their reason is going to be when you call them out on it.
yeah. I'm sorry. There's just some. I. It's kind of hard for me to get back into Full, full movies now.
I, I was never in there. I was just in and out of it. I was never completely in it. I left completely when I just started to take notice of what people were saying about the comic book industry and where they were going with it, and I was like, oh no, I'm not coming back here. Or at least I never was in here, so I'm going to stay where I'm at.
Yeah. Now I will. Now I do find it odd that they did change the title of Captain Marvel 2 to the Marvels. So I don't know if that means Captain Marvel lost her movie or she's having to share it.
Lots to unpack there,
Yeah.
and that's only pure speculation alone. Because even their own supposed flagship characters, they don't get to share one spotlight. Like Harley Quinn and the Birds of Prey. This is supposed to be a Harley Quinn movie, but yeah, she don't get to. She's basically just not. She's not allowed. Apparently, she's not allowed to share a spotlight. I mean, she's only allowed to. She's only allowed to debut in the movie, but so long as she share a spotlight with other people. But this movie is about Harley Quinn, though.
Yeah, and I'm going to go ahead and say that was not the Birds of Prey.
Never was.
Yeah, I mean, even the one they call Black Canary, that she's about as far
I
as
feel
Black Canary as you can get. I mean,
I feel
she
bad for
actually,
that actress because that actress. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I don't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry, but that actress did not deserve to be in that movie. She's one of my favorite black actresses of the '90s, and man, they that's the movie they put her in. After all these years of not seeing her on the big screen, and I mean on the big screen, like big money, big screen. You know what I'm saying?
uh huh,
It's like they put, and Mary Elizabeth Winstead was in it too. I was like, oh darling, I still like you no matter what movie you're in, but man, this should have been beneath you. Especially the way how they choose to portray her as a huntress.
uh huh.
Wow, just wow. I didn't see the movie by the way. I'm only going by what reviewers have said about her character, especially with the critical drinker. What he said about like, oh my goodness, that's how they chose to write the huntress.
It, yeah, more or less. And you can be mad at me, but it was my punishment for making my brother well go to watch Suicide Squad with me. Apparently, he really did like Harley Quinn, even though
I wouldn't call it a punishment. I think it was just karma, just kicking you in the rear. Both of you guys in the rear
yeah,
because y'all both saw two terrible movies. But the sad part is he got something out of that, whereas you probably didn't get nothing out of Birds of Prey at all.
yeah, I'm personally, I think I would have rather had a Katana movie based on the
Mm,
Katana Suicide Squad. As awful as that sounds.
but here's the thing: Katana might end up like Elektra, the that Elektra movie.
Yeah.
Don't know much about the character, or in this case, a Katana knows nothing about the character, and yet the movie tanked because somebody who don't understand the characters or don't understand comic movies at all wrote a bad comic book movie, and again, the character itself suffers for it because I treat these movies as a good opportunity for everybody to have their own gateway into the character because make no mistake about that, most people who are not us know
Oh,
these
that's
movies.
the Electra
Sorry, know
movie
these. Hmm?
and the Catwoman movie. My
Yeah.
brother actually does like those too.
Well, we're not going to be friends, him and I. Kidding,
Uh,
kidding. I'm pretty sure your brother's a nice sport.
yeah, he is pretty nice. I I do forgive him for not having great taste in some movies, but um, still not as bad as my sister making me watch all the
Oh, she watched what?
Twilight.
Yikes!
Yeah, I told her I didn't even like the books. A friend of mine actually bought the first book for me for one of my birthdays, so I kind of felt
Somebody
obligated.
assumed that you. Somebody assumed that you liked those books.
So I did feel um so I did feel a bit what's the word?
Apologetic.
No, I don't know.
There's a feeling that you're feeling that time. You
Obligated.
just can't put it into words.
Yeah, I guess I just felt obligated to at least finish the first book. Well, first two books.
Oh, commitment. You're committed.
Yeah, because he was one of my best friends. So and he
Ah,
and
I
he
get it.
did
I
like
get it.
the book. So
Now let me ask you this, and this is not a slight on anybody's orientation. Was he gay?
as far as I can tell, no.
Hmm.
Now he
I'm
did
not even
introduce the
disappointed.
Aragon series. Yeah, most of the books I did like. He he liked as well, like the Aragon series, Inheritance series by Christopher
Terrible
Paolini.
movie, sadly.
Yeah, I have to agree on that. He actually agreed about that too. Lord of the Rings,
Waste of $10 $12 on my part.
the
And
book.
I'm near completing. Yeah, no, the movie.
Oh,
Yeah, I
and
agree with you, Maddie. That's the only problem I had with Electra. The movie itself was that it was boring.
um, but let's see what else. There was also Anne McCaffrey's Pirates of Ern. I'm not sure if you've heard
Mm,
that. Now he did not
I heard.
read the corn. Now, well, he
Go
read
ahead.
the first corner book. He said it was not for him. I mean, um, he respected my opinion on it, on that series. Personally, I loved it, but he was like, yeah, uh, it's not really my thing.
I remember reading one of the books from the Dragons of Pern series. Don't know which one though. Have you heard of that series,
Yeah,
or is that what you were
yeah,
talking about?
yeah. That's one of the ones I said.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Let's see what other. Oh yeah. We also had quite a few video games we had in common as well, like Kingdom Hearts.
mm,
Also Dark Cloud. Not related to Final Fantasy, although
no.
Final Fantasy was another series we did both and were both playing.
Uh, there was another book that I was reading that a lot of middle school and high school were kind of recommending or requiring to read. The Island of Blue Dolphins.
Hmm.
Have you heard that book?
No. Have you ever read Where the Red Fern Grows?
I watched the movie. Haven't read the book, and
And
that
there
was a
was
dark movie.
I do actually remember there was one other book that was required for reading. I actually forgot what it was called, but more or less it was about this girl. Her father is sick. She's the second oldest child. Her older sister's considered a bit of a, what's the word, dreamer.
Hmm.
And there's this older guy who likes the older sister. So the second child is basically trying to keep the family together. And is trying to the hide the death of her father.
Hmm. There was another book that I read too that involved a magic pearl. Or at least a pearl that brought about misfortune to a main character and his family.
Hmm.
And I forgot the name of it. There's also Of Mice and Men, but I didn't get around to reading that one. Of course, there was also the Zane books
Yeah.
in high school of all places, and all
Yeah.
the
Now,
girls kept. Go ahead.
I remember having to read Night by Elie Wiesel,
Ooh, I got that book. I've read it too.
as well as The Great Gatsby.
Didn't read that one, but I did remember stealing my night from my school so I can finish reading it, or at least read it to myself because it was so the basically the story is obviously we all know why it's so intriguing. It's written by a Holocaust survivor.
Hmm.
I also I still trying to collect the Del Toro quest books. I think I'm 2 books of completion. And I got one big book that has the whole, basically just have the whole series completed. Half the whole series, I mean. And of course, I'm still trying to get uh, the first book of the Song of Ice and Fire series. But I do have Fire and Blood, the prequel to the Ice and Fire books. Are you still there, Greenie? Or are you waiting?
Yeah, yeah. I'm just listening to you right now. Uh,
Okay.
yeah. So that's it for this week, I guess. Next week I will be starting Samurai Warriors 4.
Yay!
This Friday, I think I'm going to take the Friday off. Um, I got to get some stuff done around the house. Um,
Right.
yeah. Earlier this week I had a water line bust.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Now, it did
How
get
bad was
fixed.
that?
Well, it flooded most of my kitchen
Oh, goodness. Thank goodness.
and part of my basement. Um,
Oh, thank goodness. Those are usually
yeah,
safe areas where they get flooded.
yeah. Now like I said, thankfully it did get fixed. I just got to do some cleaning up downstairs right now. Um, um,
Excuse me.
yeah, and as well as having to rewash some laundry. Uh, uh long story short, um, where my kitchen sink is, right underneath is my laundry room.
That's a complete disaster there.
Yeah, now, this, like I said, the good news is I did catch it before it really was able to do some real damage.
Right.
Um, because right next to my kitchen is my living room.
Did you catch the source of the leak, or at least the breakout? Like what caused it?
Okay, apparently during well apparently the last plumber I had come in didn't use a solvent on a pipe in the kitchen sink. Well, not a solvent, but a glue correctly,
Mm.
or actually neglected to use glue, is what my cousin said. And he actually chewed that guy out because he works for him.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So yeah. So while I was taking a thought I was taking a nice relaxing bath, um, suddenly I start hearing water coming when the water isn't turned on. So I
Yikes.
look in the kitchen, and water is coming out from under my sink.
Well, it's a good thing it didn't happen to the bathroom.
True. So I had to run downstairs, turn off the water, clean everything out from under the kitchen sink, and then proceed to mop it up while trying to keep my dog calm. She really
Oh,
hates.
poor concerned dog.
Yeah,
She
she was
really hates
hiding.
what?
Huh?
What she hates, you said?
She really hates water. She was actually well at the well when it started. She was in the bathroom with me. When she saw it, she ran under my bed.
Hmm. Gotta teach her to warn you next time. That was a that should have been a moment for her to warn you. But that's still a learning curve, right?
Yeah, I mean, well, I still love her. I mean, if it was someone knocking at the door, she would have been all over them.
Mm-hmm. As she should. or at least as anyone should. You know, view not necessarily completely view anyone with suspicion, but like
Yeah. Uh, Now let's see. Oh yeah. A quick reminder: I will be on Daniel Herron's stream tomorrow night at 8:30.
okay,
We will be doing. I
probably
guess
hang by
it's
there.
Little Mermaid, the original Disney's original animated version, not the new upcoming version, which
Which hasn't even come out yet.
and I really have no hope for it all.
None of anything Disney has done has really intrigued me, say at least, other than Moana, Zootopia. Um, I didn't see Frozen 2. Didn't care for it. I'm kind of on a no sequel clause unless the sequel really has got me interested, or at least if I deem a movie deserving of a sequel. Certain movies have not been that way. I was
Oh,
like,
trust me, you
certain.
did not miss anything there.
Oh, I know. There. I was There was a moment where I walked in to aid somebody in the theater of all things, and there was a scene where what's his face and his
Um,
elk were having a duet, and
Kristoff.
I'm like, yeah, Christoph. I was like, really? They're having a duet, and the elk is singing too. That was
Yeah,
weird.
I have to wonder what the directors and writers of that movie were on. I mean, I don't like to say stuff like that often, but I mean,
Well,
I know.
they shouldn't have made the movie in the first place. Period. Like it's. I'm just saying they shouldn't have made the movie in the first place. There was no need for certain movies. There's a reason why they got a TV. They got a TV sequel, or at least a direct to video sequel instead. Like I get it. We would have loved to have Simba's Pride as a theatrical sequel, but I'm glad that they didn't do that in the theaters. Frozen 2 should have been a direct to video sequel.
Yeah, I gotta agree with it there. I mean, I mean, it was just not good. I'm gonna put it this way. I know that Mulan two, two. I mean, it's been called the worst Disney sequel. I think Frozen two just
Dethroned it.
stole its title. I mean, if not of Rick at Ralph two, Ralph breaks the internet.
Oh, don't even get me started on Wreck-It Ralph 2.
Yeah, uh,
That
I
is
don't
on
know
the
what
list
to do
of
with.
movies that never need a sequel.
I guess at some point we're gonna have to do a stream where we talk about them, aren't we?
Yeah, actually, you know what? I forgot to mention Wreck-It Ralph in my movie pet peeves because Wreck-It Ralph actually triggered movie pet peeve. I believe it's number 3, since when moments.
Oh,
I cannot stand since, and I'm gonna explain it to you. This bears explanation. Since when moments are like when a character expresses something that never was ever that much established in the first movie.
hmm,
In the case of Vanellope trying to you know leave the leave her arcade and leave Ralph as a friend, I'm like, since when she started having this thirst for adventure, or at least going out of her way to want something more out of life like that.
yeah. I mean, I gotta admit, there. Okay, in the original movie, I mean, she did want to race and she was being blocked from race, but that was in her programming.
Hmm.
I mean, literally.
And then going to another spot just to race.
Yeah,
That was that was dumb.
yeah. And I'm gonna say, as far as Slaughter Race goes, she kind of does clash with the aesthetic.
That's the one thing that bugged me too. The fact that she was in a very not so family friendly type game, and it looked like Fortnite racing to me, especially with
Yeah.
her being the additional I guess character skin for that.
Mhm.
And what really bugged me is the way how the characterization of Ralph. I did not like how they characterized Ralph in this movie. They made him kind of bad for a friend. Like they kind of made him too clingy in a way.
Yeah. I mean, it did kind of feel okay. I don't know how to like it. Just felt off.
hmm That's my
I mean,
problem. Like it felt really off, like way off base of his character.
yeah. I hate to say, it, but about the only good thing about it was Calhoun and Felix becoming the foster parents of the other their Sugar Rush kids, and them turning out to be okay kids in the end.
They don't really give him much to do in that movie, do they? Felix and Calhoun.
No, no, they don't. But the fact that that's probably the best part of the movie, and
It's
they
not
have so
saying
little time. Yeah,
you want to watch a movie about them now. It's like if you watched Toy Story 2 and it's not that great, and the best thing that happened in that movie was the fact that Mrs. Patel had adopted the LGMs,
yeah,
acronym for Little Green Men.
yeah. Or
Buzz
in
Lightyear
Terminator
starred
Dark
in it.
Fate, when you would rather watch a movie about Carl, the now, the former assassin robot, Terminator, who is who is sewing drapes and and has married a human woman and has sort of adopted her son, I think.
I don't like that. Didn't like
I
that.
mean, I mean, I hate to say it, but he is the highlight of the movie.
Yeah, but when I see Carl, I'm like, dang, I never would have thought that I would actually miss Pops from Genesis. That's what Carl made me do. I'm like, now I miss Pops because now Pops does not seem that. I'm like, I just find it far fetched that a Terminator would gain its own sentience or its own quote unquote freedom from Skynet after completing its mission after all these years. I don't
Yeah,
know that interesting
I'm,
concept, but weak execution on my in my eye, in my honest opinion.
yeah, I, I have to think that maybe that person, whoever wrote the movie or whoever wrote the script, they probably just played Detroit becoming human,
Yeah,
and he thought they could adapt some of that into Terminator.
they're not writers. Let's just be honest. They're not writers. None of them are. Not many of them.
Well, anyone can write, but being able to write well, that is that is a true art.
I mean, use myself as an example. I'm not a writer yet. I'm a writer in training. The only thing I can do right now is art. But as far as the writing is concerned, I still need to practice. There's a difference. I could be wrong on that statement. Anybody could prove me wrong, but that's where I'm at right now. That's where I stand. Uh, I don't want to keep you any further, Green. If you want to wrap it up,
Oh yeah. Like I said, I will be on Daniel Heron's stream tomorrow night. I want to thank everyone for coming, and like I said, Samurai Warriors 4 starts next week. Um,
yay!
and I am thinking about doing a theory video based on that theory I told you last week, Wolfy.
Yeah,
Just seeing if I can get just seeing. I don't know. Well, just have to see how everything goes. I mean,
take a moment to get your points across and get your notes ready
yeah,
if need be, because it's a good theory. I heard I heard what you said, and I still think it's a good theory. It's just a lot of things that could be holding it back, is what I'm saying.
yeah,
Not a lot, but like, details. I mean, certain details are holding it back. But it's a
yeah.
good theory nonetheless.
Well, I guess we'll have to wait and see. So until next time, guys, this is Green Line Girl 7, and he's Wolf10media,
Ow!
and keep enjoying the video games you love, and happy gaming, and please stay healthy. And most
Take care.
importantly, have a good night.
And May the 4th.
Actually, this is Revenge of the 5th.
Ha 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 ha.